Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Cybercast Ep69, the Transformer Video Podcast. I'm Josh, also known as U1 Hextron. I'm joined with my co-host, Dakota, also known as PrimalSabbath, and Jaim, also known as Victory Saber 77. I got a great show for you guys. A lot of news, a lot of third-party news, and the way we usually break it down is we talk about the Hasbro stuff, the Takara stuff, Masterpiece, if there is any. Then we're going to get to the third-party figures and the add-ons, and then our topic. So I'm going to go ahead and hand things over to my co-host, Dakota. You can go ahead and tell people where they can find you, man.
What's up, guys? I'm Dakota. You can find me on YouTube and Twitter and everywhere else at PrimalSabbath. I also do the Transformers Topic Show, which I've failed to do since we got back from BotCon. It's going to be on my channel, youtube.com/PrimalSabbath. We are for sure doing one this week. I was living in the Stone Age last Tuesday, and so that's how that happened. Anyways, it's Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, so check it out. You can also check it out at cybercastnetwork.com homepage, front page.
Jaim, before we get into your stuff, I mean, do you think we should just go ahead and just... I mean, Dakota wasn't even prompted, and he remembered to say it. Because there's sometimes, like, right before the show, I'm like, remember, after your little shout-out, be sure to mention your show. And he just, PrimalSabbath everywhere. And it's just like, Jaim is like, is he done? I know he's not supposed to be done, but I think he's...
The only reason is you didn't say anything to me this week. Like I have a feeling if you said something to me, it would have been like just like twisted up in there, everything trying to, you know, that's why I always fail to remember it, because it's still processing.
Like every week you do a memory dump, and by the time we get to Saturday, I'll like try to push a little bit more in there. You're like already at 100%.
That's basically what it is.
All right.
Can't do anything.
All right, Jaim, tell people where they can find you, man.
You can find me YouTube, Twitter, Victory Saber 77, and I'm the host of the Aftercast, which is on my channel every Saturday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you'd like to be on the show, just shoot me a private message through YouTube, or if you follow me on Twitter, you can direct message me there also. I usually send out the invites about a half hour before the show so we can get, you know, the technical, you know, kind of stuff out of the way and kind of go over the topics and, you know, stuff like that. So, and on top of that, you got to be at least a member of our website. And again, just like what Dakota said, you can find it on our website also, www.cybercastnetwork.com. There you go. What are you putting in the chat, Dakota?
Yeah, I'm not even paying attention to that anymore. As far as myself, you can find me at G1 Hexatron on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, and then I also have a Facebook page, the G1 Hexatron. We do have a few things for our community, and that is our website, cybercastnetwork.com. We also have our Facebook page, which all the things we're going to be talking about today are pulled off our Facebook page, which is Cybercast Network. So make sure you go like our Cybercast Network Facebook page. We also have our Twitter, which is CybercastNet, and that's pretty much it at this point. So we did have a YouTube page, but we kind of dropped it there. But if you are looking on how to add your collection to the forums, then there's a video on Cybercast Network on the YouTube channel. So we're going to be spotlighting someone here today, a little bit later on. You guys have anything you wanted to bring up before we get into you know, the news topics? And
I was gonna say that's why we should keep our kind of the three of us YouTube channel around. Do like video tutorials on how to navigate the website. I think that'd be pretty. Put some use to it.
We'll get on that, since you're the only person that knows how to do it yet. I'm still waiting for my memo on how to add videos. So.
All right. Checking the inbox. I don't see anything.
Like Jaim and I were talking, and if you were someone that showed up on time, you'd know these things, because we talked about it. But we were like, yeah, I still haven't had anything added to mine, so I look like I just totally don't contribute whatsoever. And then Jaim was like, yeah, I got a couple of categories added, but there's nothing in them, because I don't know what to do past that. So
I got some web pages that I finished, but I haven't been able to get past the hidden or be able to publish them correctly.
God,
so
are we gonna have to go over this again?
Oh, absolutely. And we need the little side piece that explains everything, because we need something reference that we can go back to, or just do a video on it for us. It won't make any. You can even do it private, or you can make it public. It's not going to make any sense to other people because they can't add stuff like that because they don't have, admin features. But we need it, Dakota. And don't be talking fast whenever you do it either.
Make you
slow it down. Pictures.
Slow
we like pictures,
down.
drawings,
everything. Highlights.
Put a coloring section in there for you guys.
Pop the book, stuff like that.
Now put your 3D glasses on.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I would like that. Be kind of cool.
Exactly.
Universal Studios tour ride. There we go.
All right, so we're going to do our Spotlight collection, and it's been a long time coming. He was one of the first people to put his up. And this is Optimus 4 Prez, or also known as our buddy Charles. And this is his collection. Yeah, or also known as Golden Boy. So,
Golden Boy.
Really digging all this masterpiece goodness down here. And you see the G1 Predaking and
Dragon
I don't know
Dagger.
well, I was paying a little bit more attention to this picture. Like, you got all these Transformers, and you got like a picture of like you out at the lake when you're like 6 years old or something like that. I don't know what that is, but all right. Yeah.
That's with the new bookshelf setup too. I bet that freaking bookcase is heavy.
I bet it is.
Yeah.
I just had to move like an 800-pound entertainment center today, so I know fine craftsmanship when I see it, and hate the sight of it.
Very nice. Charles, though, you need the Dragon Zord. Gotta get to your Toys R Us.
These guys' planets up here. I'm gonna have to come over and take that Primus because I don't have that yet.
I'll take the G2 Sideswipe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll grab it too. Yeah. Charles, you need to get the Dr. Wu upgrade for that G2 Sideswipe. Look tight.
Yeah, I'll take the bookcase too. What the hell? So, look pretty nice. Put it upstairs.
Well, thanks a lot for sharing with us, man.
I like how his seekers are all are pretty much all different too.
Yeah.
That I like.
It's got the Revenge of the Fallen Starscream
collection that you'd like to share with us and have it spotlighted on the Cybercast, then definitely go to our forums and go to the collection. It's, I think, the second little tab there, and go ahead and post some pictures. If you don't know how to, then you can look on the YouTube Cybercast Network page, and it explains how to.
Yep. And no collection is big or small or nothing. Don't, just post your stuff. Be proud of what you have. So.
And if you already posted, then when you get like a new haul, then you can post it on there as well. So you can just keep on adding to it.
Yeah.
And we'll spotlight that too. All right, some questions that have been asked, and you guys that message me on Facebook quite often and stuff like that, like, do you know when this is coming in, or when does this come in? Like, if I know, I will share it with you on the Cybercast. If I get some little inside information that I'm allowed to share, I will share it on the Cybercast, or I'll put it on the Facebook page and do it that way. But a lot of people were asking about the Masterpiece Sunstorm. When is it coming out? When can I order it? Because a lot of people, they said that they're having really bad luck in store. So here's the news on that. Here's what I put on the Cybercast Network. Some were asking when Masterpiece Sunstorm, Prow, and other San Diego Comic-Con TRU exclusives would be available online to purchase. Well, now we know. You go to toysrus.com/comic convention. Then that's going to begin at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, or 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you relate a lot with the time zones for the Cybercast, on Thursday, July 24th. So this coming Thursday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, that's whenever these things are going to go live on the website. Now, a little bit of information that I will share with you is I was one of the first people to get Masterpiece Acid Storm. just because I paid attention. I knew whenever the release date online, whenever it was going to go live. I don't remember if it was a few minutes early or a few minutes late, but around that time, I just kept on hitting that refresh button, and I bought mine. And then someone told me that, hit me on Twitter or Facebook or something like that, that they wanted one. I was like, all right, well, I'll pick it up. And it wasn't even a minute and a half after I purchased mine, they were already sold out. So it goes very quickly. Now, they will have a general release in store, but if you want kind of the early release that'll be online, and you do get it quite a bit early, then this is the way to go. So you guys are going to be battling me and probably Jaim and the rest of us. So.
And there's limited quantity, too, also, so they will sell out quickly. So.
Don't they limit the quantity per day too? I know last year they did. They put up like a certain amount that could be ordered, and then waited till the next day, and then put up more, and kept doing that until they ran out.
Yep.
As the storm went up that once, and after going live, he was available for about a minute and a half, and then he was gone.
Yeah.
They also were, you guys, you like Transformers, but maybe you like some other stuff. There's some for you Brownie fans over here. There's some My Little Pony. Is it Brownie?
Call it a Brownie?
Brownie?
What is
I think it's Brownie.
Brownie? Okay. I don't know anything about them, so. Brownies? What am I
nasty
getting
comments now in the comment section.
Screw you, Josh! My daughter's a Brownie.
There just went half of our viewers.
Yeah, so some Power Ranger, some is this still
G.I. Joe?
I thought this was like the never mind. I'm just gonna be quiet about the My Little Pony stuff. You like it, cool. The TMNT, this is going to be the Jim Henson movie design from the 90s. So you're gonna be able to get those a little bit early, and then also some G.I. Joe, which the G.I. Joe stuff is, it's not as exciting as it was back in the 80s, in my opinion. But then you're going to have the Cantina set, so just a little stuff that's outside of, Transformer there. I know I'm definitely picking up the Turtles. There's also another Playmates one that I'm going to have to go on their website, and there's probably going to be something from Mattel, so I'm going to be spending a lot of money next week.
Speaking of turtles, man, I want the Bay Turtles so bad. I love the new designs.
How dare you?
Can we boot him?
What's wrong with them?
I like the Shredder. I bought the Shredder because it's going to be my stand-in Super Shredder. But other than that, I think, again, I'm going to do the same thing that I say with the Transformers, but I just think they're hideous looking. But if you like them or love them, don't be offended. That's just my opinion. I hate the way they look.
Well, Josh, you have legally, not only personally, but legally offended me, and I will be serving you court papers in just a few short days. So
go ahead and inform our HR department.
You're cyberbullying me on top of it.
Couple of comments really quickly. We got one from Dalton stating that Dakota is stuck in the 90s, dial-up, update, dude. And Chris, Barrett Prime Games, says, what's up, people? And hi to the dude in the chat.
Dude, I don't think he wants anything to do with the guy that's in the chat. That's a strange fella.
All right, so let's move this thing along, because this is probably going to be a little bit of one of those longer podcasts. I know it's going to be at least an hour and a half, maybe two, so let's go ahead and move this thing along. The Chosen Prime has said this. We just wanted to take the time to let all our Dakota Toys Kronos customers know that we will be working closely with Dakota Toys to ensure that all the quality control concerns reported to us will be dealt with. We have already spoken to Dakota Toys extensively about this and have started to compile a list of concerns from our customers. I'm not going to read the whole thing. It goes on and on and on. It's on our Cybercast Network Facebook page, but You know, I've heard quite a bit of problems. There's been a
Oh,
couple of my friends that have it that have been like, mine's fine, you know, and they say that, you know, they handle a third-party toy like it's a third-party toy, you know, they're not, but my other friends, it's not like they tear their crap apart all the time, except for if we're talking about, you know, Chris Beard. I mean, we know that he doesn't have a figure that does, you know, that is 100% complete because he's just too rough with this stuff. But you know, I was talking to Paul too. He was like transforming it, and like he had two like broken things as well. So
man.
Yeah.
It was shaping up to be a pretty nice looking project, but I don't
So
know.
you need a tube of super glue with you when you're
Yeah.
handling it.
Oh, look at that Roadbuster.
yeah, well, staying on the Dock of Toys, it did shape up to look like a really good looking figure, and I don't know how much this is going to hurt them or not because do you think that it kind of makes a lot of third-party collectors start to think like, you know what, these things are getting expensive, and maybe I should just wait for like the second or third run of all this stuff, or at least
Yeah.
the third run, because now I know that all the problems are fixed. Maybe the second run they're not fixed, but by the third we know it will be.
Uh, I don't know. Some people are just they just want it first. I mean, you're always going to have that crowd that just wants to jump on it right then, right there. But you know, someone like me who's kind of maybe I'll get it, maybe. You know, like I did with Mania King. Like I just waited until I saw one in person, just opened the box up and started playing with it and making sure all the joints were stiff, and then put it back in the box. And I was like, all right, I want it. You know, so I don't know. I mean, likely. You know, especially with these newer companies that are coming out. Um, I don't know, man. It's
Well, exactly. You know, Dock of Toys, you know, their first product.
and it's gonna hurt, man. Like for being their very first offering, depending on how they handle it. If they handle this like excellently, and really, and I've heard like the plastic. To quote someone, I can't think of the guy's name, but he put a review out on it a couple of days ago, I think. Feels like a shampoo bottle. So
Huh.
there's that too. But man, if they come around and fix this problem, then I think that will leave them with a future for whatever
Yeah,
that's worth.
yeah. To just only make your point even more is Dock of Toys. Hearing like all the backlash, I mean, it seems like half of the people are having problems with their stuff or breaking something or multiple things. That they've just got to realize that they're not going to make money on this because any profit that they were going to make is going to go into fixing the problems. And we know this thing's been delayed for a long time because they were having problems.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at this point, you just kind of have to go into it knowing that you're not going to make a profit, and this is just basically to get your name out there. And if you take care of your customers, then they'll be more willing to pick you up on your second release.
Definitely.
Because if you don't, you're dead. So that's the way it works. Jaim, anything to contribute before we get into these actual toy things here?
As far as third party, I think we've seen a lot of QC issues this year, and I think it's going to hurt third parties. I mean, the prices haven't gone down, they've gone up, and QC issues have gone up. And me personally, I become more gun shy because I'm willing to pay $200, $300, $400 for a figure, but when I start seeing QC issues, I'm not a gambler either. I don't want to be wasting $300 and then have to go through the process of, okay, is this going to be a good company? Are they going to treat me like a customer and fix the problem, or are they going to be a company that, hey, that's just the luck of the draw? We haven't had a lot of issues. We'll try and fix it. We may not, all that kind of stuff. Or have, like what you guys are saying, wait for a second run, wait for a third run. I don't think third-party companies are willing to go, into a second run unless it's absolutely, if they have the funds. I mean, it all has to deal with the funding. It may just destroy them right there. So,
because we know a lot of third-party companies, their products ended up not getting made because they didn't hit the pre-order number that the companies wanted them to hit. Because basically, when it goes live, they look at those first 3 days and they know how successful it's going to be, and that's kind of the way that they make their figures. And if everyone's just waiting for the third run, so that all the QC issues are fixed, then the product may just never get made because it didn't have enough pre-orders. So it's a weird little thing there, but it's like we said. One, you make it right the first time. You don't even put it out in production until these things are done correctly. Second is you need to address these problems. And even if you end up not making a product on this thing, even you break even, or maybe even you take a loss, you need to fix these problems. Because if you don't, no one's going to buy anything else from you again.
Yeah. Third parties are a dime a dozen, too. They pop out of the woodwork all the time. And, if you failed, someone else is going to come by and make it better and everything else. So, I mean, you really need to come out of the gate swinging and have all your issues, especially if you took the time like Dakota Toys did with, trying to fix the QC issues, and you still have QC issues. Maybe you got to put the pack of cigarettes away and start making that stuff a little bit better. I mean, I don't know.
Smoke degradation.
So, yeah, I don't know.
All right. Let's move on. Let's jump into these toys. So, just got a few in-hand images of the Hasbro Roadbuster, and this is exactly what we're talking about, because whenever you look at the Fans Project, and there's some names in third party that are more established than others, like your Maki Toys, your Fans Project, and things of that nature. A lot of people buy TFC, even though I don't think they have. I think they have their own issues of their own, but
at least they fix them,
there's those things out there. So you got this guy, around probably $75, $80, whatever, and then this guy can come out for $25, and the Hasbro's going to be mass released, and if you do have a problem, then put that sucker back in the box, grab your receipt, and go exchange it out for one that works.
Or has its stickers.
Yeah, has its stickers and all that stuff. So, this is one of those things to where the third party, while it looks great, Revolver, I believe is what his name was, the Hasbro one, I think looks great as well.
Yeah, and see, I was deadly close to picking up that Fans Project one just because I'm craving a Roadbuster. But it's like, man, every time I see a new image of the Hasbro one, I'm glad I held out. I'm saving $45-50, and I don't think I'm getting gypped or anything. I mean, the Hasbro one looks great in my opinion. So I don't know. In my opinion, it's not only the superior just for cost issues, but it looks better for me. While I would have rather him been a much bigger toy to evoke the original character, I'm fine with what we're getting. Totally fine with what we're getting. He looks good.
And it's official. That's what I like about it. I mean, nothing against third-party stuff, but this is an official product. It's an officially licensed. It's Roadbuster. And I love the nods to the original G1.
Exactly.
Especially with all the weapons, dude. Yeah. Just like Whirl.
To the next thing, did get the Dakota Toys, and guess what? Hasbro's got you covered. It's going to be shorter. It's not in masterpiece form or anything like that. So that was one of the the selling points of the Dakota Toys ones. But this one looks really good. It does have some hollowness here, but that's also where you place the weapons as well. So I mean, there was going to have to be some peg hole there.
Looks great though, man. Freaking, especially it looks like it definitely has some of those IDW design cues too, which is no surprise. That's one that it's like if I was to impulse buy anything coming out this year, it's definitely the Jetfire. If I find myself with that extra $60 in my pocket, it's going to burn a hole quick.
Yeah, that's really nice.
can't wait to see a bunch of Macross customs come out of it too.
Yeah.
This is what I was talking about. So you're gonna have the leg little pegs there, the thing for the arms, even the back, and then you also have the little face or visor plate that can fit over that face that you just saw. It's got some antennas there, which is really cool. I like that they left the option there to where you could go either or, and they weren't like DC.
Like they did with the Classics version.
Yeah, they weren't like DC with those Batman figures where they're like, all right, well, here's your Michael Keaton Batman. Oh, do you want one without a mask? Well, we're not just going to, include the head. You got to buy a whole new figure, even though nothing else is going to change. We don't even give them a different weapon, so I'm still so mad about that.
Isn't the head horrendous too?
Oh, God, and it's ugly. I would have even broke down and bought it.
Oh, I didn't know
the fact that his face looks so ugly and nothing like Michael Keaton, even though that they have the likeness for it, because he's on the cardboard or the card back there. I'm like, I can't bring myself to do it.
That was cool that the cockpit opened. I wonder if the masterpiece little pilots can fit in there.
Maybe.
It will be tried.
Looks good though.
Which
Airwalk mode, of course.
Oh, nice.
Should have seen it coming.
It had to be done.
Updated Macross Plus Rick Hunter.
Of course, that's probably not going to be in the instructions
Dr. Woods
because
is only going to be making a Roy Fokker custom head for it.
Oh yeah. Some Skull Squadron stickers to put on it.
Oh yeah, and then like a yellow, just a yellow to cover all the red.
So here's the size comparison. Like this is Grimlock without his platform shoes, and looks like he's a little bit smaller. So that's a pretty small leader.
It's about right, to be honest.
For today's standards, or just all leader standards.
I know the Revenge of the Fallen Prime wasn't too he was maybe at the same head as Grimlock was.
And this is what I was talking about right here. Like he's head to head with MP11, and Jetfire should be so much taller.
Yeah.
That's why I think that G1 Jetfire fits in scale a lot better with MP11, to be quite honest. So,
but put your classic Starscream next to him. Put that deluxe next to him, and I think you solve your problem.
I don't have that Dakota.
It's the Chug Fig.
I'll put my G1. Yeah.
For such a cool design, they had to go and do this.
All right, so this is I think this is the Anorexic Bumblebee edition. It's like all big chest here and just sucks in, like he's really sucking in. So, but yeah.
I'm so tired of budget cuts. I'm so sick and tired of budget cuts.
Ooh, and you got the
off-yellowed
Lambor thing going on where you got all different color yellow, different color yellow, different color yellow. Well.
Oh goodness.
Unfortunate.
He looks okay in the box.
Well, keep him there. This is going to be Hot Shot. This is what we saw. Yeah, exactly what we saw at BotCon. A lot of people were like, "Dude, look, Trax!" Even though people were even talking about it. They're like, "I'm so happy we have a Trax, blah 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 Trax," and like right there on the card it says Hotspot, or not Hotspot, but Hot Shot.
Yeah.
But they are going to make a Trax version. So before you buy this and say, "Well, I'm just going to buy the Repro Label set," they're going to make a Trax version that's going to have the flame stuff. So,
wow,
we'll have both.
So
they're basically
look at that though. You don't need to make another Trax. They're taking the KFC approach to this, aren't they?
Oh yeah,
they definitely are. They're like coming out with the same mold, but they're like, hey, let's just put instead of the Autobot logo, let's put the flame sticker thing on the.
I'm surprised they didn't call them like Sideburn.
Yeah.
Or Hot Shot, I mean.
But when you look at them, you think, automatically you think Trax.
Oh, yeah.
An ugly Trax. The G1 Trax will be ashamed of the way this guy looks. But
this is a Raoul Trax.
Raul edition. All right. I think that was it. Oh no, this guy here. So,
Snarl.
Oh, great salad snarl.
Gotta have your greens.
Yeah.
I do like this guy though. I think he's one of the better looking Dinobots, in my opinion. One, because he doesn't have like some weird part of his Dino mode as an arm. You know, he actually has fist. He's not like Scoria, to where like his one arm and like bam, it's a tail. Yeah. So. All right, moving along. We got what to cover here. All right, getting into the Takara stuff. What you think, man?
Yeah.
Oh, the Robot Masters. This is the TF Expo exclusives, huh?
I hate that.
No.
Yeah.
That's the Pac-Man Optimus Prime.
Legend Commander Collection. This is Takara. It's going to be able to transform, but whenever I looked at this, I was like, oh, cool, G1 Optimus, it transforms. I'd rather have this than the Evasion Mode Optimus Prime from TF4. But when I kept on looking at it, especially the truck mode here, I was like, this looks like a... like for younger kids, like, well, Daddy doesn't want to buy you an MP10, but you can have this. You know, it looks like a play school toy.
It's horrible.
Daddy doesn't want to buy him the original Robot Masters one, that's for sure.
No, I have
like
that.
Nothing connected. This can't be right.
No, that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
It's right.
Look at all these gaps in here. I'm just looking at. I'm like, there's no way this can be right.
If we can go start looking at the other ones though, then they start to look a little bit right.
Oh yeah.
All right, so there's your.
Yeah, dude, these are the
Black Convoy.
That's not too bad.
I do like the color scheme. God, I want the MP10B so bad. I just did not have enough room in my backpack. Nemesis. Like Grimlock.
Okay.
When did that happen? I'm not sure, but you know what? It doesn't look bad. I like the colors on it.
What is this, like the 7th edition of Grimlock there? That you can get of this mold?
Oh god, I'm sure there's more.
And then here you have Lips. So
Robot Masters, Primal.
Yeah. Telemoke is better though.
Yeah. Too expensive for what it is. I mean, if you're wanting that mold. They're also doing Lio Convoy. I don't know why that one didn't show up in the pictures, but they're TF Expo exclusives.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Okay, Dakota, do you not see all these tabs here? You think we're not going to cover it? If it happened this week, then it'll be in here.
Oh, excuse me. I'm so
It would be nice if the Lio Convoy was the metal version with the paint scheme.
Well, look at Slag, Slug, Sluggy.
whatever.
Right here.
Slag.
Well,
The Triceratops.
yeah, so there you go. And there you go. Scoria.
Scorn.
See, or Scorn, yeah. Scoria, I keep on thinking fan, so I've been saying Scoria a lot here lately.
That's a fun
But yeah,
mold.
this is what I was talking about, to where I like on the Snarl that he, you know, one of his arms aren't part of his Dino mode or something like that. Just it looked a little weird. And this little car that sponsored by Red Bull, and he's got over $100,000 invested into that car, and he wrecked it because he
I
was
thought he said it
saving.
was sponsored by Ragu. Whenever I saw the movie the first time, I was like, he's
Ragu.
Ragu.
Couldn't understand
Like,
it.
just dropping all these name sponsors. Sponsored by Red Bull, Pepsi, Papa John's, yeah, SpaghettiOs and stuff like that. Anyways, so now it transforms. We saw this. This is also part of the movie advanced line, but you're going to be able to get this in the Hasbro with the breakout scene, I believe is what it's called, 3-pack, which is going to be Platinum Edition, which usually means it's going to be a TRU exclusive. So.
Yep.
And we've looked at this already, so there's your Wheeljack with a Matrix head. That's
Optimus
definitely
just
how I
keep trying to
display
pull
them.
it apart. Light our darkest hour. Damn it.
All right, and some more Takara stuff. This is their breakout scene, basically looking Optimus.
Isn't that a Japanese Toys R Us exclusive?
Yeah, so it's like double the pain to get. Looks a lot better though.
Yeah.
They definitely put love into that.
So, enjoy hunting that down, guys.
Yeah.
Evasion is right. He's going to evade me like crazy.
All right, and some movie advance stuff.
Oh, flipping Jaim. Takara's doing that now.
Want to call it? There we go. Flip and change, and then you got this stuff here.
Thought you were better than that, Takara.
I like the packaging a lot better.
Yeah. Japanese packaging is so much better. Smaller.
You know what, Dakota? I think I must have exited on the tab. So what was the other thing you're talking about?
The Robot Masters Lyle convoy is getting. It's basically, if I'm not mistaken, all those are the TF Expo exclusive type stuff or something like that. Anyways, Robot Masters Lyle convoy is coming out for those of us like myself who missed it and don't want to pay the aftermarket for it. So that's nice.
I have it. I don't need it.
Right.
Screw you, Jay.
Oh, San Diego
Call
Comic-Con.
me Jay. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
call
it.
me Jay. He's not even here.
What?
The fighting words.
Well, I mean, I'm not even gonna say it. He would have to not talk for this whole time. So, San Diego Comic-Con is going to be coming next week, so we're going to have a special edition for San Diego Comic-Con. We're obviously going to have our Transformer one on Saturday at regular time, and then Sunday at noon Central Standard Time, we're going to have all the rest of the stuff. So we'll have some guests and stuff on there as well. So. But San Diego Comic-Con stuff, here is, I'm just going to call them Swoop. I don't care what you call them. And which one is this?
Slag.
Black? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't even recognize them with all that chrome, man. That looks so awesome. Grimlock. And Snarl.
Oh, nice.
This one looks so good with all that gold chrome all over them.
The gold and the red. Nice.
I don't know, man. They look freaking awesome, but how much is that set again?
$159.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't know, dude. I'm good.
With the pop-up book, too, of the Ark and, all that.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool and everything, I guess. But, hey.
Come on,
Teach their own.
Beast
Like I
Wars.
said, they look awesome.
The Maximals,
Yeah.
protecting that.
All right, and then you also have the rocker set.
The Butt Rock Band.
Yeah. I just noticed this now, but on his chest he has a heart with RC going through it. Do you see that?
Yeah.
I just now noticed that.
Nice.
There's your Megatron.
Why RC? Shouldn't it be Elita 1?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
And can these still transform, or is all that hair gonna get in the way?
See, I think that hair would get in the way.
Maybe they have it figured out. I don't know. Yeah, Soundwave wouldn't be able to. Look at that freaking mohawk.
Yeah. Gosh, I wish they would have done like a Metroplex or something, like a tour bus transformation into a tour bus or something. That would have been so cool. Oh well.
All right, and something we usually never talk about, but Creos, these are going to be your San Diego Comic-Con exclusives. So if you want to pause the video, then there you go, and you can look at them all, or it's also on Cybercast Network Facebook page.
Or you can go pay $50 for the BotCon ones.
Just the 84 set, though. 84 set
What?
Creos. Yeah. Cool.
I think you get 30 of them there. All right, and something for us collectors. It's about to get...
Is it getting pricey up in here? I think it's getting pricey up in here.
It's about to start getting more collector friendly. Like all the other stuff, usually all the stuff we talk about on the Cybercast is collector friendly. But the stuff we talked about in the beginning is a little bit more affordable, and those people that, you know, maybe they're a little bit younger, don't have a job, or just part-time, and, you know, they can pick them up. At this point right now, it's going to get pricey. So, and you see all those tabs. But this is something for the Thrilling 30, and by Takara. This is going to be a statue. It's going to have that display stand, obviously. Tons of articulation. I'm not sure on price. You know, a couple of people are speculating over here. There's someone that says 400, 1,000. You know, they're just speculating, but we don't know yet.
We get that
and you got the Ulti Metal, you know, Optimus out there as well, that it's officially licensed. So they should be doing this a little bit cheaper, in my opinion, or quite a bit cheaper than that Ulti Metal, because that one's expensive. It's over 1,000, isn't it? Or close to it?
Close to it.
Yeah. So it's at a price to where if I said 1,000 and I'm off, then the people in that price bracket that are willing to drop that on like figures on the regular, they're not too worried about it. So, but this is more than likely going to be a little bit more expensive, but hopefully it's not going to be extremely expensive. That way that all us collectors can get our hands on it. Otherwise, why put it in the Thrilling 30 line?
Yeah.
Maybe for the, you know, I don't know. I really, there's no answer for that.
It doesn't transform. It doesn't have all the little cool things like the what is that? I was just talking about the thing, the Ulti Metal. So Hasbro, do us right, man. Or no, Takara, do us right. I'm sorry. Let all us collectors get our hands on it. All right, so now getting into something that I wasn't even going to bring up, but Dakota, he was just like begging me to bring it up, but because he said they're so adorable. But these are officially licensed. Yes, the beer brick, or did I say beer brick?
Beer brick.
Beer brick.
Oh, time to go to the chat section.
Yes, your Transformers, and you know what? These look nice, and you get the little collector card with them, I guess, or no, this is just a box, it looks like. But not too bad. I like that little smirk Megatron has, but whenever you go into robot mode, it fits. They look cool, especially the Optimus. You know, you couldn't even tell that it was a bear or whatever. I like the Megatron too, and his little. It looks like he just went to Disney World, and he's got like those ears on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it looks
All
like.
I think about is Mickey Mouse.
Oh, I can. What type of name here? Oh.
That's where he tags someone on the face page. If you tag me.
We'll call him. Yeah. All right. Showing the transformation, it's going to be very simplified. It's kind of like those cat bots where you had Captimus Prime and Capticon, to where you're just it's going to have a little bit of auto transformation. And you kind of get an idea as far as size goes. Or maybe that person has just really small hands. We don't know, but gives them an idea. All right, so before I go out and just say that this is the Hot Toys Optimus Prime, I was talking to Paul, and he says, as far as he knows, he's got no word on a Hot Toys TF4 Optimus Prime. But I've had two other people tell me that this is what it is, and I'm going to say that it's probably not, because I think Paul would know beforehand, and you've got the Hot Toys down here. I don't really see them doing, because from what he told me, that all their stuff is officially licensed, or they have the rights to the likeness of those characters, whether it be like Black Widow, you have the rights to her, or you have the rights to Scarlett Johansson. You have one or the other. So here this is. Looks like we've got a couple other pictures as well.
That looks freaking good, dude. Shoulders look a little too big, the shoulder armor, but I mean, regardless, like, I'm just nitpicking at this point.
So we'll probably find out more. There's some people that have been, here that it's a custom. Either way, I thought I'd bring it up. I think it looks nice. I mean, it had me fooled with whether it had the Hot Toys little logo down there, which, I mean, someone could Photoshop that. So, but it had that there at the bottom. Even without that, it kind of made me think it was, because it's that level of details. So maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but wanted to bring it to your guys' attention.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Oh yeah,
That'd be my first Hot Toys figure. Awesome.
All right, so Dakota, you can go ahead and me and Jaim, we're just going to be a baby.
Look, I like Captain Shark too, so I'll and talk about Captain Shark. How about that?
Oh,
that's right. Character, but man, it looks cool.
Yeah.
And Jaim, yes.
Cool. Really
I
nice.
like that I'm not seeing, hollowness on the insides and stuff like that. From what I can tell here, there's not paint splatter. I mean, obviously, well, of course, you would pick one that doesn't have paint splatter. I mean, like, you got 1,000 of them there. You're gonna make sure you get to grab the one that doesn't have any issues. But I love all the little details. I mean, it really looks good. And to see this guy colored, I'm also glad that he's kind of a little bit more bright than a darker shade. What do you think, Jim? Would you rather have a darker shade like the original, or do you like this bright looking color?
I kind of like the bright, to be honest with you.
Me too.
It looks a little more show accurate. I do wish that his little his cannon on his shoulder was just a tad bit bigger, because it is a massive weapon. But yeah, he looks really nice. I so hope. I love the stand. The stand is really awesome. I love the fact that we get a stand with that. But I'm hoping that KFC will continue maybe going along the Brave route. But really do like it. Now, does it have a train mode or tank mode? I mean.
They don't show that off. I'm just praying that there's no loose joints here.
Yeah.
Because this is going to be my first KFC product here.
Yeah. You don't want that exclusive first edition.
No. Hopefully this doesn't turn out to be an exclusive first edition. So.
But yeah, really, really nice.
All right, so finally, Toy World's combined mode of their not throttle bots, I guess you could say. Thoughts? You dig it?
It's nice looking, but
finally. I think it's neat, but yeah, it's not something that's for me. But it is neat for sure.
Yeah.
God, well, it took like a year to get these first three, so
no kidding.
You'll be finally able to complete this in like
2019.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They quit for a while, so I don't know why, but it just kind of confirms what everybody thought or assumed, that it was going to have a combine mode, and they're like, well, the original G1 Throttlebots obviously didn't combine, but they're like, well, it's kind of Throttlebot / Puzzler from GoBots. Which we do have some GoBot news a little bit later on.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Right on.
Oh, hey, Count Mars just started watching.
Well, even him, whenever I said, hey, are you going to get this, the Unique Toy Cycle? And he was like, man, that looks awesome. How much is it? And I told him, he was like, yeah, I'm probably going to leave it alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
you need to see Masters of the Universe, then he'll probably be jumping all over it.
Because even though they're expensive, Masters of the Universe figures are, let's say for the classics, figures are what, like $25-$30?
Yep.
So, for the price of one of these third-party Transformers, I mean, you can get anywhere from 3 to 7 or 8 of them. So I mean, the Transformer business, as far as collectors goes, it's man, you gotta have some pockets.
Yeah.
Pockets. It's expensive. It's
Just
probably one of the most expensive, other than Hot Toys, as far as collecting stuff. Especially if you want to consider, like, you have to go, if you want to be a G1 and Japanese collector, then it blows Hot Toys out of the water. But taking a look at the Make Toys or Maki Toys, got their Defensor stuff. I don't like the car mode here. I don't know how this is. Well,
that's.
pretty much
that's
better
car.
Stage.
Yeah, he's supposed to be a police car. But
yeah. Was he a detective, undercover? I mean,
maybe he's undercover.
Narcotics unit.
there you go.
A dig,
Yeah.
here. And this is another thing where I love the way, I'm just going to call them Make Toys from here on out, but I love the way that they do, this panel needs to move here, and we need to close it up. It's a lot like Masterpiece Lambor, where they're like, we need to make sure we put panels, everything has a place to go so that there's not just holes, hollowness showing all over the place. It needs to look good from, front to back. You can see them there, man. It just looks really great. I love the work that they do. Still, not getting any more combiners until I see what the Hasbro's doing.
Yeah. I'd put money on a God Neptune or a Lio Kaiser pretty quick though.
Yeah. Or Raiden.
Yeah. Something Hasbro isn't gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be one of those Takara things.
Yeah.
Well, this kind of answers my question about those feet. I was wondering how they stood up. So he's got these little back. He's basically wearing
Heels?
Yeah, he is.
Cool.
And you know what? If he's comfortable in them, then I'm okay with it. So
Right.
I'm not one to judge anyone. So here he is, all combined. Obviously, kind of the little sketch here. And hotspot. Tire boobs. So.
It's something I would get from Dakota. Not you, Josh.
that was Dakota. Hang on. That was me. Now, Pendiness? Make Toys Pendiness? Yeah, sure. All right, so you kind of see how the colors are going to be broken up on the guy. I mean, it's obviously just a little mock-up here, but it gives you an idea at least.
Cool,
there he
he's got
is
arms.
with Utopia, Metroplex. So you can kind of get an idea in size there. He's obviously a lot bigger in mass.
Nice.
Look at some of these pictures already, but there's some that I want to get into because we're going to go over the transformations. I love the tail that it turns into a Decepticon logo. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Still can't wait for the Perfect Effect one though. I mean, I love what Make Toys, like their design they gave this. Definitely looks really menacing. Just very evil, but I don't know, dude.
Well, we're gonna look at some perfect. We got some Perfect Effect stuff here a little bit later on, because I keep all my mock-up stuff towards the end. But still, you can't tell what it looks like on the Perfect Effect, and you have no prototype images. This we can see exactly what we're getting, and at just so much bulk and
Yeah.
It's huge.
It really looks like he can destroy everybody, and that's what Scorponok feels like to me.
I like the fact that he's got arms, like not the claw arms that we saw in the first picture or the second picture. That he's got normal-looking robotic arms.
Yeah,
that's kind of cool. It's different, unique. So he's kind of like in an exosuit or something, in a way.
There's that. All right, so here's your look at the base. So obviously you can take is it fast tracks?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. See a little fast tracks and roll up in there. That's not too bad. I like it. I think it looks cool.
You have the option at least.
Yeah.
it looks good, definitely. But I don't know. Still holding out for a good old Perfect Effect.
Quit being negative, Dakota. I told you people don't like when you're negative.
Look,
and you can bring the little
like a
little feet in, and then you could shove your foot in there, and it basically scratches the top of your foot. I mean, there you go.
Yeah, one on my toe shavings. Within what we can only assume a $300 figure is.
4.
Oh, okay.
Look at Scorpion mode. Seeing this as well, dang, that's pretty awesome. This is really, it's basically making me commit to it. Seeing these other modes as well, and I like all 3 of them.
Wonder if they'll do a Fort Max.
Yeah, they might.
I want Fort Max in the same size scale.
Give you guys a proper Fort Max, because
I'd like to see Grand Max, actually. That would be nice.
I'm still waiting on my Grand Max Encore. I want my Encore Grand Max. You can still pick up Brave Max for a decent price, so don't worry about him. All right, we've seen these a few times, but just some new pictures. But look at the ladies again. Nothing wrong with that. Someone also saw that they commented that it's going to be more of a. Looks like it's going to be more red than pink, and that was kind of a turn off to them. What do you guys think for the Alita one?
I'd rather it be the red personally.
Really?
Just so it doesn't conflict too much with
RC.
The RC, yeah. As far as like for shelf display.
Huh. Maybe that's why they did it.
Yeah, probably.
All right, and TFC Toys. I'm just gonna call him Tantrum because I don't remember what name they gave him. But at first when I saw this, I was like, "Unique Toys, you're coming out with another Tantrum?" Because that's what I thought this was. I didn't like it. I'm pretty sold on my Mastermind Creations version, but if you're getting the TFC version, then this is what you have to look forward to. So
Yeah.
Again, though, you're gonna have it in combined mode, so it doesn't matter what he looks like here. At least in my opinion, I don't really care about his, beast mode or whatever he's doing right there. But
here he is with the other one, so scales up the way he's supposed to be. I thought it was just too much stuff. Why can I? Okay, that's weird. But oh, and you can do his head like that, so that's nice. And there he is, combined mode. So this is basically what Jaim is saying, that this is the way you're going to have them. So if you like this, then there you go.
Yeah.
What? Oh, look, Predicating not on the Cybercast, dude. Okay.
All right. Tell him Mastermind Creation something.
All right. TFC's hotspot. Just a couple of images here. Seen photos like this before.
This guy's like huge too.
Yeah.
It's like just turn him into Fire Convoy.
There's quite a few panels as well for him. And here he is, colored. So you can get an idea as far as what paint and whatnot. Look at that ladder, man.
Whoa.
Someone
Okay.
stranded on the top of the Sears Tower? No problem.
Yeah.
Get there.
That one's overcompensating.
Yeah.
Just when you thought Fire Convoy had a long ladder.
All right, we'll leave it at there.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
All right, so now you have Arc Studio.
Good job.
They're coming out with their little kind of Legends class. That's going to be their Sideswipe, or basically their Lambor. So you can see some of the stuff they come out with, or he comes with. A little bit of their articulation. Supposed to look kind of G1 or Masterpiece looking to go with your generation's Metroplex.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, he's got the little G2 thing there.
Oh, they're already
And-
thinking repaint possibilities.
You got the pile drivers, and then you have these pile drivers as well. That's not a bad face sculpt, to be honest, for such a little small figure. The wheels stick out a little too much, in my opinion, but so you got them this way. Add spoiler. I don't know why you'd have it off. And there he is with World's Smallest. And some, I guess these are Legends figures. So. And custom robots. Here is their Hound. He's obviously not painted, so I mean it's not final. So. Ooh, baby got some back. Look at that. Thank Dakota.
I mean, I like big butts, and I cannot lie.
But not on Hound.
You other brothers can't deny. That's all I'm saying. When
All
Hal
right, a
walks
couple
in with a itty bitty wasted around thing in your face. You gotta stop. I gotta stop.
You get sparked.
It's smart.
All right, so a couple of knockoff things, and we usually don't talk about knockoff things because, we talk about third party, but I think there's kind of a line in between just straight up KOs and third parties because they are their own designs. But Here you have I'm just going to call them knockoff company that is making a upscale version of MP08 Masterpiece Grimlock. As you can see, it's absolutely the same design as MP08 here, but they wanted to make it so it can kind of fit in with these other third-party Masterpiece style, Dinobots that you're getting. In case you didn't want to buy, because most of them are coming out with their own Grimlock anyway. But if you want the KO, there's this. And it's about...
I want to see it after the resin stages, though. Like, that's what...
That can't be inches. This thing, that can't be... That's got to be centimeters.
Josh, it's inches, okay? Let's just...
The thing is not 29 inches tall.
Dude, that's 29 inches.
That's bigger than Fort Max. Look, he's
Josh, leave it at 29 inches.
Look, I'm not your girlfriend. You don't have to lie to me about
this. Just leave it there.
All right.
Just leave it there. It's 29 inches.
And for Jaim, it's your boy Clone Droid.
Yay! I'll be your side.
Always be.
Always will never come out either.
Targeting July to release.
Oh, finally. That's cool.
So
do we still have a price yet for them though?
No, and I want to. Are you
like 160?
Are you so proud of that diecast that you're just not going to paint it? You're just going to keep it diecast price.
So you know.
Oh, it has diecast, and we sculpted this mold, so $270.
It doesn't even look good either.
Oh yeah, it totally comes together nicely.
Yep.
Nothing pegs in correctly.
No, that's not exactly like a knockoff or anything.
Wow.
Whenever you get yours, James, what number do you hope is on yours?
I'm hoping I get like at least maybe 1 or something.
They've already sent James the prototype.
I'm waiting for your review.
There you go.
Remember, give us a good, clean, honest review about it.
All right. Fans Project. Now we get into the mock-offs. They're
mock-offs?
Or mock-ups, I'm sorry. Lost Exo Realm. We've seen in-hand images of this guy already, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on it. But basically, the way they intended him to turn out, that's pretty much the way he turned out. And his little weapon. And Slag as well. And Swoop. He does have a little bitty waist right there.
Yeah, he does. Wow.
Damn, all the Transformers are regurgitating.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like his turns into like a little crossbow. That's pretty cool. I like the idea with the weapon here. To me, I think that's the coolest thing.
Yeah.
All right, and getting into Megaforms. Now, Megaforms has asked that if you guys have any constructive criticism on how to improve the figure, they are listening. So go to their Facebook page, let them know. Don't wait until this thing comes out with their little test shot, and then, I think this should be changed and this, because you're a little too far into the process. Those things need to be addressed now. So if you're just like, I hate the way it looks, what do you hate about it? Help them, be better.
I'd like to see it at a different angle. I don't think I'm getting a full... Maybe if they could do a 360. Okay.
I got you covered, bro.
All right.
Yeah. No. I don't like anything of it. Those little bitty wrists.
That's that awesome dinosaur we saw them spend a whole lot of time on.
You're thinking about Gigapower. They're
Mm,
gonna release something on probably Monday, is what they said on their Facebook.
I got you. I
This one, they're also doing the
like the gun.
whatever
Yeah, the guns
swimmer
look nice.
swimmer thing.
I mean, is it supposed to be just like an articulated G1? Oh goodness.
I guess so.
Wow.
Um,
I think we looked at that. Okay, Swoop's face.
he looks like never mind.
He looks like he's in pain.
Jaim, check the chat.
Oh,
All right, so Swoop again, and he's gonna have a little missing things up here, and this is for size scale.
nice.
They plan on coming out with all 5, but again, let them know if there's something. I don't want to see them just crash and burn.
I think if they're shooting for G1 but modern articulation, it's okay. I mean they're on the right track. I don't think it's perfect yet though.
Yeah,
If that's what they're shooting for.
they just really have to do something different if they're going to compete with Fans Project and the Masterpiece, third-party stuff, and Planet X. So.
Yeah, and then because I think they're coming out for Chug Line, because I think that was going to try to be their angle, and now you have Planet X is already doing their stuff, and they've committed to come out with the rest of them. Then you also have Fans Project now, to where now you have 2 trusted third-party companies.
Yep.
Doing them. That's where we always kind of get into is like if you're a new third-party company, you need to be doing something that hasn't been done before, and that fans want, but it might even be a little bit off the beaten path, but that you'll be the first to do it.
Yeah, I like Punk Wiley's response, his comment, less derp face on Dinobots. It
is a little derpy face on those Dinobots, yeah.
It is.
All right, now getting in, I think we just saw that this is going to be repainted as the Quick Switch. Would like to see 6 Night.
Yeah. I wish we all turn off our cameras and.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Taking a look at him and his transform modes.
Ooh, here's drill tank. Is what the hell is that? Is that his hydro boat or something?
Yeah, I guess that's his boat. That's what it looks like to me. Well, he's got the drill tank, so I mean now he could just be repainted into at least 10 Brave figures. So.
Yeah. He could. Wow, that's his jet mode.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm gonna pass on this guy.
No love for the 6 changers, huh? Gosh.
He look at it. He just looks small.
Turns into a squirt gun.
Yeah, it's really small in this dude's hand, So. Is everything okay over there? There's him all painted up, so he's basically quick switch. All right, bold forms. I forgot if we covered this last week or not, but did we? All right, so bold forms. We've been looking at their little computer image mock-up things for a while now, and Glacius looks like it's a gun. It's supposed to be like Megatron, but it turns into a tank, so I'm not sure where that gun comes in. They're Minosaur. Now we can finally see what it looks like. Here he is next to the G1 Motormaster.
Huh. And these are the ones we're trying to do them more like G1-ish?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Just make them G1 and articulated.
Yeah.
So you can definitely tell here. I do like the head.
That's pretty cool. What if they're going to do G2 breakdown robot colors?
Oh. And
Everybody else is doing it right.
29 centimeters in combined mode. What is that in inches? I don't know centimeters.
It's the same as 29 inches.
No, it's not. And then you see this gun. This is what puzzles me. I don't know what that gun is about.
Wow, that's a huge gun. I thought they had it in his hand in that little mock-up silhouette.
Look, it's in this dude's hand here. It doesn't look like it transforms either, so I don't know where that gun comes into it. I'm friends with these guys on Facebook, so I'm gonna have to message them. So find out a little bit more. All right, Omnigonix, I think is how you say it. Got a couple new images here. Just pay attention to the face and the hands. And thinking about doing a broken face here. And regular. And then
Ooh,
super pissed off mode or something. I don't know.
Angry eyes.
So just some new images of them. And I do have more of this, but Unique Toys is going to be doing recolor, a little slight remold or retool of their GoBot Cykill. They're going to be turning him into Retgar, and I like the way that Cykill looks, and we saw it in person at the Robot Kingdom booth, and to turn it into Retgar, I think was a smart idea.
Yeah. I'm a hero.
It really looks cool. I think that was it on him. Yeah. So yeah, there's the Unique Toy Cykill. So it's a GoBot, so don't care about it. But there is some GoBot love about to come, so don't worry, guys. All three of you GoBot fans out there, don't worry. Perfect Effect. They're going to be coming out with these little super deformed guys, so I want to see what they look like in person, how much they're going to be, and what size, because it might just be G1 Fort Max's son, so he can hold him, he turns into his little base. It also reminds me of, which exclusive was it that came out with those, like, expensive super deformed
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
$500
ones.
Yeah, like $400 or $500. Like they're like more expensive than the G1 Encore.
Yeah.
I forget what exclusive that was.
Yeah, because you got Brave, you got Brave Max, Fort Max, and then you got Grand Max. Little deform. Oh, well, look at that.
These guys are also coming with the Scorponok, so I mean, at least you have the two of them there to where they can battle off each other. And he turns into kind of a scorpion here, I guess. So. And there's also the Warden version, where you can get that little IDW thing that Dakota was obsessed with for about a week, and then he sold it. All we heard about all the time is how much he loved it, and then he ended up selling it after like a week or two. Yeah,
there's my black
I actually took it off my sales thread. I decided to keep it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
All right. I wonder how long that lasts.
Found someone. The only reason is because I found someone to buy that Pounced Wingspan that you were supposed to keep and pay me for.
Whatever, that was Dalton. But
yeah.
Yeah.
That black Zarek's gonna have to go next to my Overlord. He's small, but he'll do the job.
All right, so here we're gonna look at all the pictures of this Perfect Effect Scorponok that Dakota claims is so much better than the Make Toys,
because it's
even though
IDW.
we're just looking at mock-ups here.
Because it's IDW. Because it's IDW.
Yeah, sure. All right.
That's not a mock-up. That's for
Well,
reals.
this one's not a mock-up.
That's for reals.
This is the first time that we're actually kind of seeing what the Scorpion mode or Humanist robot mode looks like. Is this?
Man, I want it. It's IDW. I want it.
There's a blurry picture of this.
Just get the G1.
I want the I want them to do a Black Zarek version, and seeing that they were doing a little mini Black Zarek version, I can only guess they are. Because I mean, I've got the BotCon Scorponok. I don't need another Scorponok, but I would love for them to do Black Zarek, and that's the one I'm really holding out for.
Make toys.
Mm.
All right, so unique toys. I mean, you gain my confidence, and then you kind of let me down a little bit. You gain it, and this is another time where you kind of let it down again. That's Scorch, man. I don't know how I feel about that. Looks a lot like the
Titanium.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? It looks like they just totally ripped that off.
So I'm assuming that's going to be like was Scourge even in the War Within series? I can't remember. Because a lot of those designs were based off of the War Within.
Well, now this can go with that Cyclonus and Mania King. So
now they can make a DevCon out of it too. Hey, how about that?
Yeah.
there you go. There's the Splinter. I don't know. When I read that, I just think of the the rat. But GoBot Love. Look,
Crasher.
Unique toys are about the GoBot Love, man. Before Mirage, here's Crasher. So
see if they'll do a copter.
And then you have like a Nemesis Psykill.
So
everything needs a Nemesis color.
There's always at least one repaint out there you can do with the Nemesis. KFC, you're gonna have 3 different Scorpions here. You got Double Punch, Dark Scorpius, and Scorpius.
Wow, they actually have the names to Double Punch?
I guess so.
Huh.
You're gonna have your Diaclone version Citizen stack, or I guess it's saying Commander stack. Is this gonna be a first edition or a second edition? That's something that you gotta let us know, Keith. And you're also gonna have Nemesis stack. Again, everything gets a Nemesis. There's always at least one repaint possibility out there.
Oh goodness.
Nobody cares about this, so we'll just go ahead and exit off. Oh, I know Dakota does.
That is Impactor, so you stay that mouse clicking finger.
Oh, I'm right on the X. So.
Man, I don't know. Like, I really wish who was it?
X2 Toys is making this.
I wish iGear would just come out with the one that they promised us like 2 years ago. But I don't know. I want to see some actual in-hand images of this, how big it is, because that's another one that needs to be added to that record shelf.
Well, this might settle some nerves and influence you to buy it, but these little 2 swords here, they will be little freebies with X2 Toys firing pin here, or Impactor.
Okay, how is that going to settle? How is that settled?
Well, there you go. You get those 2 swords, so there you go.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Pre-order.
And just, I know it's a blurry picture. We took a look last week, I believe it was, in some in-hand images, but just wanted to show this guy in his vehicle modes here, just because that wasn't displayed. I mean, they're obviously mock-ups, but gives you an idea. There's a big fist sitting out there in the very front, so a little strange. And I'm not sure what that is. So, but just wanted to show it off. And Fans Project is finally going to be giving us our headmasters. So Hardhead. And these would have been on last episode, but they popped up like during the show, so obviously didn't have them there. And it's showing a little bit of the transformation. Looks like it's pretty simple, to be honest.
Sometimes simple is okay.
Yeah. So there's your Hardhead. And I think the next one is, yeah, here we go. Highbrow. The helicopter mode does look nice. I was curious how they were going to pull it off, or if they were just going to do single copter or, propeller or something.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't. I'm glad they went the better.
With the dual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And confirmed, we're going to get Huracans. So I know that, like, whenever we were talking after Cybercast, this is something that I kind of freaked out about, when I saw it pop up. But really excited about this. And it looks like he's going to have kind of a unique transformation, which is very cool. So you get 8 face. And instead of just the gorilla, he will be a triple changer the way he should be. And that jet looks nice from what we're seeing here. I don't see any ape on him.
I like how they were playing it with Windows Media Player.
TFC coming in 2015. What could it be? Dakota, whatever you say, we're gonna hold you to it. So
that'd be cool. It was Desirous.
That's the only thing I can think of.
And if it's masterpiece size too, to go with the Takara Star Saber, that'd be even better.
Oh man.
So we'll see.
All right, when we go off air, Josh is going to tell us what it really is.
No. Echo TF. Here's those little updates for the little foot plates here.
I like the little bootsies. Yeah.
I think it'll make it look so much better.
Yeah.
A lot better.
Yeah.
It's nice, but it's one of those things more money than the actual figures themselves. I don't think it's worth it.
How much are they?
See, so why do you ask this stuff? Because then I say what I think that I saw it like a couple of months ago, and then someone takes that as a truth, and then if I'm like $1 off, then I get blasted in the comments.
Yeah, see, I just want the Trailbreaker one, or is it one of those you got to buy them both together type of things?
Again, not sure.
Come on, dude.
That would make the most sense, I think.
Need to be on top of it.
Yeah, obviously, I have no idea what I'm doing. It's just like my Google Plus page says. I have no idea what I'm talking about. So, all right. So little add-ons here from Arc Studio. Let's see the shield difference, the swords, and the little clip here.
Now, when are they going to make an entire top half of the robot to go with it?
Well, you know what you can do. You can just take off that back piece, like that one guy did. Like, this is the perfect transformer.
Is this the first edition, or is this the retail release? Because I heard those were different molds.
I'm not sure, but remember, you can the first one, you can take off the backpack and actually transform it into a truck and stand the figure next to it.
Yeah, that was the first edition. I don't know. Yeah. I don't think you can't do that with this one because of how the legs and the feet are.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is the new leader gloves.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. They can do if they can just work from the waist up again.
The
I'll be
first
good with
edition
that.
one right here.
Yeah, that's the first edition one on the left.
Well, he looks better than this one.
Oh no, he does. What, are you
I like the
okay?
chrome.
You know, I think you're
looking at
okay.
the chrome. I'm looking at the chrome. So
Yeah, look at the chrome where it matters on the leader one, smokestacks and chest, not thighs and chest and shoulders.
I'm
All right, man.
I stare
You're
at
all
chest.
right. You're okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know you're a chest guy.
Yeah, so. Not too bad. Well, I'm done looking at the pictures of this. So. Well. And yeah, so if you're wanting like a Action Master Devastator, here's some blurry pictures.
Here's some blurry pictures. Here you go.
Always classic.
Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna stop there. I don't have anything else to say about it. All right, so Jaim, why don't you get us caught up in our comments?
Oh, let's see. Oh, wow, we got quite a bit. Let's go all the way back to...
Good job keeping us up to date with those, Dakota. Appreciate it.
Sorry.
Everyone there can be like, that's awesome, and we have no idea what they're talking about.
Barrett Prime Games, Chris says, speaking of that leader Jetfire, do you guys have any idea if he's far off, as in scale-wise, from Masterpiece, which we kind of went over?
Yep, we covered that.
And
Pay attention, Chris.
Punk Wiley said Teenage Girl B.
Not with the new deluxe B with the waist and the okay.
And Punk Wiley also says he's all like, I'm so fat. Dalton says, love that black convoy from Invasion Prime. Punk Wiley says, now I want a beer brick. Chris also states, Hot Toys Optimus, I already have the money set aside for him. Robbie Reap says, hi. How's it going, Robbie? And when are we getting the other 3 throttle bots? I don't know. We didn't really go over. We don't really know.
Who knows?
Yeah. And Dalton says, I like the undercover car from Make Toys Streetwise, leaning more and more towards this, but I want to see the rest of both this and TFC's Prometheus. And Chris also says, and Dina's for the win. And Chris also says, Dakota, dude, Fort Max, just no, shh, my wallet will find you. He also states, think I'll have to get that KO Grimlock. Okay.
Who, Chris?
Yeah.
Just don't break
it. He breaks officially licensed stuff. He doesn't even need to buy KOs.
Robbie says no more Dinobots, which I agree with. Chris says the thing from Mecha Form is that they are too far gone, and when it comes to how bad it is, it's like, what do you say? The entire design isn't for me, and same for a lot of people, so they should redesign them. Speaking of the Dinobots, I guess. Yeah. Punk Wiley says they should honestly do something else, like Robbie said. Too many dinos out there as is. Punk Wiley says Menosaur is bought. He also states if they can get him to stand without leaning him on a book. What?
No, I know what he's talking about. There was a picture where there was like a book behind him. I don't know if it was. Well, I mean, it's a prototype, so all that stuff's not tight yet.
Yeah.
So,
Frank Marzaligliano states 29 centimeters is 11 inches. I'll just leave it at that. Okay. Chris states, haven't we seen that Perfect Effect mini stuff before, either last week or the week before on the show?
I don't think so. No.
Punk Wiley says, well, Josh and his chippy fetish, so... Robbie says, anybody getting Slog and Snarl? Yeah, I am, just because I want to finish off Dinobots. Let's see, who else? Dalton, the Black Psycho actually looks like Oil Slick from Transformers Animated. Okay, and then Punk Wally says, "Who let Dalton out of the box?" And Robbie Reeves says, "Take his wallet too." Punk Wally, there's nothing in it like Dakota's, well, minus the thin slices of foam insert he keeps in there to sniff. And that's all I got.
All right.
So, yeah, that's all I got.
So Charles pointed out that we've brought this up before. But I just wanted to kind of, since there was so much third-party news, and like a lot of the stuff that we're seeing that, there's too many Dinobots. Before, a year ago, we're like, why haven't we got any Dinobots? And now we're like, there's way too many Dinobots. I mean, it's fine for us consumers that all these companies are coming out with their representations. That way you can select, I want this particular brand of, the Dinobots, or if you want Masterpiece, hey, I prefer Gigapower over Fans Toys, or vice versa, or you like Mechaform, or you like Fans Project, or who else ever comes out with that. I think there's another even company, just can't think of them right now, that's doing Dinobots. You have the the Hasbro and Takara versions with all their different recolors. So now we have a lot to choose from. So more than likely you're going to get exactly what you want. But as far as the third parties, let me see. I've got it pulled up here. Oh, where's it at? Should they start making their own characters? Because now they're just kind of like stepping on each other's toes, and you're going to see some be successful. And I think the companies that you're going to see be successful are the ones that are already established now. Your Make Toys, your Fans Project. I think those are kind of the two headliners, even though there's some other good ones out there. I would even throw, Fans Toys in there, but there was a few QC issues with the Scoria, with, quite a few people, and they've only come out with 2 figures. So we're talking about, ones that have come out with quite a bit, but should they start making their own figures? And some have kind of gone down that line with, Fans Project making Steel Core, making the Glacier Bots or Glacier Lords, I forget exactly what they called them. They said that those didn't do as well as they thought they would, but they were also modeled off of G1. The Steel Core did really well, and so it was modeled off of that more articulated look. So should these companies go ahead and go with their own designs? Because you look at the history of Transformers, you can't say, well, if it's not Hasbro Takara, then I'm not buying it. Oh, so you don't own any season 1 and 2 characters because that's all your Diaclone, your Gun Robo, your Micro Changer, your Toy Box. There are all these different companies, and that's how the Transformer brand came together. And now it was yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if they or any type of thing like that, but or had any type of rights, but it was basically all the designs were different companies until they started coming out with their own stuff, and that, and also killing Optimus Prime in the '86 movie, you started kind of seeing the downfall of G1, or it started to take a decline. But what do you guys think? Should third parties make their own designs and kind of maybe they just dabble a little bit into the Transformer brand as far as their characters go? But these people are obviously creative and have good ideas. So your thoughts?
I think they should. I think they should definitely keep on making their own original designs and their own new characters, but finding a way to incorporate them fictionally. Like, I think Fans Project's probably the only third-party company that's still doing a comic book. I don't know. You know, I know Warden didn't come with one, and that's probably the most recent. Him and Maniac
does too.
Okay, yeah, and I forgot about MMC. So for those companies, if they were to make something that was their own and incorporate it into their comic with these other characters that we know are Transformers that definitely take place in a Transformers-related story, albeit it's basically fan fiction at this point, just really nice-looking fan fiction. I think they have a real leg to stand on. I think it's something that could really work out. Although, you know, just going back to what I know, which is BotCon. Last time those guys tried making a new character in 2009, people didn't care for it. People didn't want it. And if you remember, Steel Core was a Fans Project Core only release. So he wasn't offered to all the other e-tailers like all their other Transformers related offerings are. So it could really go both ways. But that's something I personally would love to see, is them incorporating new characters and new designs.
I mean, do you think that we're just closed-minded as Transformer fans?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, Jaim, what's your thoughts, man?
As far as the third party doing their own thing, I think it's a stupid idea. As far as money making, Transformers brand is a moneymaker. You want to get the Benjamins, you design your stuff off of whether you see it in the comic books, whether you see it, Transformers in general. What happened with Transformers, whether the Diaclone stuff, all that type of stuff back in the 80s, is it had fiction behind it. Regular fiction that we saw in a cartoon based, whether it's in even the Marvel comic books. It kept going. The thing that's hindering the third party is it takes too damn long for this stuff to come out. And if you're going to have a fiction, that's great, but you're only going to have 4 characters, and then those characters are going to be long gone. You're not going to reissue them. Usually you never do, and then what's the point once you get to the rest of the fiction? And plus, on top of that, Transformers hits the little kids, so they get a lot of more fan base. This is all collector base for the third party stuff. Not saying that it's not cool. I really like the third party stuff, but if you want to make money, you need to just unfortunately do what they're doing. I like the competitiveness that we have, like with the Dinobots, but it does get sickening at times to have so many out there. And the funny thing is, they're all the same price. It's not like someone's offering this at a better deal, better price. No, it's just who do you want to go for as far as aesthetics and look, and that's it. And I don't think that a comic book is enough fiction to support new characters. I think it needs to go into an anime route. It needs to, but that's big money. You have to have the money for it.
Oh,
so
yes.
I don't think that they should go that route unless you're a power player like Fans Project. If you're well established and you want to go that route, that's cool. But again, it takes too long to get these figures out. Even though they are pumping them out, at least Fans Project is pumping them out at least once a month, I guess, in a way. They have been, at least. But that's my opinion.
And not just Transformers, but all of us, we collect more than just Transformers. I see a lot of Kickstarter projects, and there was one that happened. Hopefully, it got approved. I think that would be cool. But for Skeleton Warriors, to where if it was just a new idea and hey, we're making these action figures, I think it would have still been popular. It wasn't like Skeleton Warriors was like this huge, powerhouse of a brand or toy line anyway. But people identify with it and they want to get the new updated versions with the articulation. So I get that. But then you also have some other, I'm just going to call them third-party companies, so there's no confusion. But other companies out there that are making their own kind of design characters or toy lines. I remember, Dakota, if you remember, we looked at it at the New York Toy Fair. There was a lot of like skeletons and like knights that are battling.
Oh yeah, the stuff that we had like no idea what it was. you know,
we were
what
just like,
existing property it was.
yeah, we're just like, is this just like a lot of amazing customs? No, that's actually a collector's toy line. I forget what the name of it is. It's came to me, but I forgot. But you know, stuff like that, to where there's no nostalgia there, you know, or anything relating to your childhood. It's just, hey, this is our idea, and we wanted to come out with some cool looking toys for you collectors. And you know, that's the way I kind of saw that. You know, with the other toy lines and also Transformers, that I think third-party companies, you know, there's Voltron, you have, you know, GoBots, you know, Transformers. Obviously, Transformers is a powerhouse. But if some third-party company you wanted to, like, hey, you know what, we're doing our own thing. I mean, you're obviously, to pay for it, and you're going to need to do some Transformer likenesses of characters. But I think that there could also be a third-party company out there that's like, you know what, we want to kind of expand on our own characters. And they're going to have to do a comic book as well. But the struggle you run into is like what James said. You know, it's, you come out with one, and then 3 months later, here comes another one. And to just have them in the comic book and keep it consistent, you know, you're getting characters that you're like, well, that guy came out like 2 years ago. You know, so it's a little bit difficult.
But on the same side of that coin, it's like, well, you know, it's a character that came out 2 years ago. What if that's someone that's just picking that new one up, thinking, hey, this may be pretty neat, and they see that and they get interested? You know, I don't know.
Then you have to backtrack to get that character, and it's expensive.
Can be. Some stuff. See, now, like you know, okay, like backtracking for the Cliff Jumper kit from Fans Project, just using an example, that's going to get expensive. But dude, if you want to backtrack and get a City Commander, people are all but giving them away at this point, especially with the knockoffs out there that are of quality. So, you know, in this day and age, they're making them in bigger runs to where it's not too bad. You know, like my, you know, I'm kind of still wanting to go after Hexatron, but I'm not really worried about it because I see its prices slowly decreasing, and I may be able to get them at a better deal, you know, in the future. So, you know, I don't know.
Third parties, to be honest, in my opinion, the reason why I kind of, you know, brought it up is I feel like you have to do something really unique and something that I think that I'm not going to be able to get from Hasbro Takara for me to buy you now. Or you just put out outstanding quality that I don't even think Takara can match. I'll give a couple of examples here. Like Fans Toys Scoria. Even if Takara comes out with their own version of Slag or Slug, whatever they decide they want to call it, they're not going to give me all that die-cast. I know that for a fact. You know, there's not going to be as much die-cast as there is in Scoria. I might not even get all that chrome. Even if I did, still, there's things about the Fans Toys version that makes it probably superior to the Takara, even though I would still buy theirs so that I have the official release. The KFC, Captain Shark, or Sancho Barbosa, if that's how you say that name correctly. We're probably not going to get any Brave stuff. You know, any type of reissues, or Takara's probably not going to visit that as far as the Masterpiece line ever again. You know, we're just stuck with our 2 Masterpiece figures. So I'm interested in that. If everybody wants to give me the Brave stuff, I'm down. I want to articulate Brave stuff. Heck, even some of the characters you never even released in toy form.
Yeah.
But as far as getting, I'm really kind of getting out of my third-party ways, to be honest. You know, so.
Same with me. I feel that if you want me to spend that much money on a figure, and there's QC issues and all this other type of stuff, and then Hasbro's been proven that they're coming out with some really good stuff, like Jetfire, Roadbuster, all that type of stuff, there's official product that I'd rather get, whether it's Beast Wars, G1, Transformers, Hasbro, or Takara that I'd rather spend that money on. And if I get to a point where I have everything that I want that's official, then maybe I'll touch the third party. Unless it's like something really, like what Josh said, really fantastic that Takara and Hasbro won't give us. But I think I'm going to put my money somewhere else right now. Just how I feel.
For sure.
Even with me even saying that, I love the Fans Project's Headmasters, and I never thought they'd do Headmasters. Well, Brainstorm, even though talking to Mark Weber, he said that, look, we just wanted to do this, so we touched on it for the 30th, Thrilling 30 line for the 30th anniversary, and we wanted to give you something from a little bit of everything, except for Pretenders, is what he said. But if it sells like hotcakes, then I said, will we be getting the rest of them in Voyager size? I don't want like one's a Voyager, one's a deluxe, and not a Headmaster. Just give them all to me in that Voyager size. And he says, we're in the business to make money, which is his explanation of, yeah, of course. If they're selling really well, then why not come out with the rest of them in that size scale? And looking at that, and I really do dig the design. And the Headmaster, or he can actually fit in the cockpit and transforms and everything. I think is awesome, and it gives me hope. And if that's what we're going to start seeing, then there's no reason for me to even keep on buying the Fans Project ones, as much as I love them. Because I'd rather have the official stuff, and it's cheaper, and it's a Voyager. I mean.
And it looks good too, and that's where it really matters. Had their new Springer looked like absolute crap, I'd still have a Warbot Defender sitting on my shelf. But the fact of the matter is, their Springer showed up the Warbot in any and all comparison. So.
And the other thing is, whatever Mark Weber was telling me, is the way you see, like with these third parties, a lot of these characters that you're getting and things that you've been wanting, it takes them about 6 months to 9 months at most times to go from design to final product and it's shipping out. Hasbro, it takes them about 2.5 years.
They have all those safety standards and budget constraints to worry about.
Yep.
So.
Well, they have everything mapped out already, pre-advanced. They already know what's coming out and stuff, like Maddie does the same way. And third parties have the luxury of being able to just do stuff. Let's be Mastermind Creations. Where's that Overlord? We're not going to do it. But we hinted to it, but we're going to now switch gears and do something else because that's the hot item right now. We're going to start doing this other stuff, and then we'll get back to it. That, to me, seems like I think you could hit a home run if you just released the Overlord. People would love it.
It's like they heard that BTS Toys wasn't going to come out, and they were just like, oh, there's no rush on that thing anymore.
Yeah, there's no competition. We don't need to do it. We'll go on to something else. Oh, Dinobots. Maybe we're going to do that too. I'm looking forward to Mastermind Creations doing some type of Dinobot here pretty soon. But, I mean, I'm sure it's going to look awesome because I love the Predaking, but it's like, come on.
I don't think I would be present on that Cybercast. You wouldn't be able to contain the beast any longer.
But I don't know.
Well, you're gonna get your Mastermind Creations Abominus, so. And somebody's doing a Lyle Kaiser, so not.
At least they're trading one good thing for another, so.
Yeah.
Well, guys, been on here for 2 hours. So, and we've got quite a few viewers, so thanks a lot for watching us live, guys. We're going to continue this conversation on the Aftercast on Victory Saber 77's YouTube channel. So if you'd like to be part of that, make sure you message him through YouTube. Do you want to maybe start it at 9:30 since we went long here?
Yeah,
or we get something
that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so we'll start at 9:30. So an hour and a half from right now, Central Standard Time, we'll go live with that Aftercast. So make sure you message him at least 30 minutes prior if you want to be invited. But why don't you guys go ahead and outro yourselves, Jaim?
I'm Jaim, VictorySaber77. Find me YouTube, Twitter. Again, if you want to be on the Aftercast, make sure you're a member, and a subscriber. And I will. What?
I said we do check.
We do. We do a lot of background checks. But
we drug test you too.
Don't give out all our ways and testing, but just message me half hour before so we can get all the technical issues. If you have technical issues as far as like feedback, you probably will not be on, just because we need to have a clean show and we can't have all that background noise. So but other than that, yeah, that's it. I'll send them out probably now instead of 6:30. Well, probably 6:30. Or sorry, that's Pacific Standard Time. 8:30. Sorry.
Yeah. We roll Central.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm in Pacific Standard, so I have to constantly transfer it over into Central Standard Time. So there you go. I'm done. There you go.
All
right. I'm Dakota. You can find me on Twitter and YouTube at PrimalSabbath. Everywhere else at PrimalSabbath. I do the Transformers Topic Show on my channel. Hopefully, it'll be this Tuesday, starting at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 p.m. for Jaim. And I think that's it. I think that's all I got.
All right. It seemed like you almost forgot there at the very beginning. You're so excited to shout your stuff. Yeah, I'm Dakota. You can find me at Twitter.
Yeah, I was about to say Facebook, but I don't have a Facebook page, so I don't know. It kind of threw me off.
It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah.
Anyways, you can find me G1 Hextron on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. You can also like my Facebook page, the G1 Hextron, and we also have our community stuff. Our website is cybercastnetwork.com. Once Dakota teaches us how to
reteaches them how to
we still haven't got the memo. We still haven't got the memo, and we like Cliff Notes.
I asked you guys any questions. Nope, we got it. Yeah, we're good. Just remind us on some stuff whenever we come to a troubled area.
And send a memo, and still like that memo. So
now I go to Josh's and he's like just drooling on the keyboard, having a freaking seizure.
Just constantly pushing the enter key.
Yeah.
But you can also, do you like the stuff that we talked about on the Cybercast? All of it can be found on our Facebook page, Cybercast Network. So make sure you go like our Facebook page, and our Twitter, which I haven't been as active with, is Cybercast Net. But thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we'll see you guys on the Aftercast, and also next week, San Diego Comic-Con edition.
So can't wait.
It's going to be fun. I'm a little bit more excited for the Sunday show where we talk about all the stuff that's not Transformers, because I like a little bit of everything.
My little pony.
Yeah, for the brownies. So
brownies.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. Talk to you guys later. Peace.
See ya.
Later.